Good evening, everyone, and it is 5 o'clock on Saturday the 20th. Just bear with me. Yeah. Okay, lovely, excellent. Just a pop-up note telling me about Live Producer, haven't got a clue. So I'm just going to wait a few moments just to see if anybody comes along. Clocks are always different, aren't they? Thank you, phone, for reminding me. Need to put you onto silent. Opticians really do need to go to an optician, right? Okay, just with that. Okay. Right. Okay. Anyway, I hope that people are here. If not, I'm just going to start. Because I see that there's 3 people watching. Hello, good evening, and welcome. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Emily Baker. I'm a spiritual medium, psychic artist, as well as being a complementary therapist. For those of you who are here and thinking I'm going to be giving a reading to you, I'm really sorry. That's not the purpose for these Facebook Lives. These Facebook Lives are for your opportunity to ask me as a medium questions that you may have had over time, or that you kind of go, oh, I wonder if, and does this work or does that work? So use me as a platform. I may not be able to answer all of your questions. I don't know, there may be stuff that I've not come across, but I'm here to share what I have gone through, what I've been learning about, ideas to talk about, things like that. So it's a kind of the office work, the paperwork, the back end work, because actually being the medium and giving a message, that's the front end work. There's a whole batch of work that goes on behind the scenes, and that's what I really wanted to communicate. It's the back end work. So when you come across a medium and they kind of go and say, oh well, I'm going to charge you X amount, do bear in mind, we're still learning, we're still developing, we're still growing, as we all are. This evening, however, I wanted to talk about superstitions. And this came about from my last Facebook Live, where superstitions were slightly touched upon. And actually, they're partly a ritual basis as well to that. And in that, it's about looking at things that bring you good luck, bring you bad luck, and things that you do to bring you those good luck or that bad luck, or you see something. None of it is actually science-based. It's more belief and ritual-based. So that's what I want to talk about. In England, in the UK, let's go for the UK, we have a few superstitions going on. Now, my theory is that actually superstitions actually cross over onto many different industries and professions. As a medium, I have a superstition that I need to wear my rings. This brings me comfort. I feel supported. I feel as though, okay, I'm there, I'm connected, I know what I'm doing. It's a bit like wearing a uniform, if you like. When I will also, as a medium, open up with a prayer before I will even get to the venue. So on my way to the venue, I'll be saying, please be there, basically. Let me clear everything from my head. Let me evacuate all of that, which is really quite easy, because if anybody of you know me knows that I go to sleep and I forget that day. It's done and dusted, and especially these days, oh my God, I am so forgetting what happened yesterday. So that's for me some of the superstitions. But you see, I worked in theatre as well. Theatre has loads of superstitions, absolutely loads, but some of them cross over into normal day everyday things here in the UK as well. So again, superstitions are there. So I want to know if any of you got any superstitions. So what, for you that are watching, just put in a comment. Let me know. I'm just going to write a little hello, I'm here. Lovely to see you. Okay, so please put in a comment. Let me know how, you know, what kind of things. It could be about magpies, it could be shoes on table, it could be, here's one that I learnt today, which, well, actually yesterday when I was doing a bit of research on it, just to see how many there were. Now in Turkey, yeah, I don't know, Turkey. In Turkey, they go and say, don't jump over a child. There's many reasons why I would not jump over a child, but their reason for not jumping over a child is because it will make them short forever. Forever they will be short and not tall. Okay, now, yeah, I know. Japanese have quite a few traditions, even about the chopsticks and stuff like that. So again, it becomes a part of etiquette. Shoes upon the table, that's become like an etiquette here in this country, but it was seen as being bad luck. So just wanting to see if any of you are going to write a little thing. Go on, you can do it. It's not scary, honestly. These talks are not meant to be scary. They're for you to enjoy, for you to think about. The other thing that I tend to do is going to a car park, and I go and say, parking fairy, need your help, but normally when it's full and I'm driving around kind of going, parking fairy. Does it work? Actually, yes, but that's more to do with patience, perhaps. Who knows? Who knows? But I do ask parking fairy to come and help me for that one. So is that asking for a prayer, or is that a superstition? The other one is if you blow on traffic lights, that they will change. Yeah, I've tried that one. It doesn't always work. So, you know, there are new superstitions coming about. Maybe there's a new superstition. Maybe there's something that you do that you kind of go, nobody does this. No, it's just me having COD. It's fine. Now, here's another one. How many of you walk under ladders? And you're probably all kind of going, no, I don't walk under a ladder. Why would I walk under... Emily, don't be so stupid. Why would you walk under a ladder? I tend to. Hang on a minute, though. Before you kind of all jump out of your seats and kind of go, why is she walking under a ladder? I do look up first to see, A, if there's a person there, and B, what are they doing? If they've got paint pot, possibly not. Because I do look at the ground to see how messy it is. Because obviously, you know, if they're a messy painter, and there's a few, I'm being one of them. If it was me up that ladder, which it would never be because I don't do heights and I don't do ladders, I know that most of that paint will probably not be where it's supposed to be, but everywhere else. So I wouldn't advise anybody walking under a ladder. But the ladder situation actually comes way back to medieval days, when it was believed that you were going to go to the gallows. And that it was seen as, oh, you're going to be hung on the gallows if you walk under a ladder. That's where that one comes from. It's amazing, isn't it, where some of these things come from. Black cats. Now, in my head, I always thought black cats were good. Black cats are bad. Because they're always associated with witches and with folklore on that side. So that's where the black cat one comes across. It's a bad sign. Now, owls have actually changed. Their folklore and their superstition is that an owl is actually bad luck. Now, that's not just here in the UK, it's actually in some other countries as well. Let me just have a read, because I've made some notes here. And it comes from, here we go, Egyptian superstition is if you see or hear, I have to take my glasses off, see or hear an owl, terrible news is going to come. Okay. Yet another reason for not going into the woods at night. Well, okay. So that's that folklore. But actually, I've got a book about the lore of birds and things like that, and that lore about the owls is repeated there. But we don't see that anymore because we think about Harry Potter. Harry Potter had an owl, so it's always about good news. It's about being a saviour. It's about being there. So superstitions do change over time. Hello, for those who have joined me, hello, welcome, good evening. I'm Emily Baker, hello. And we're talking about superstitions. If you have got any superstitions, got a question about it, please put a note in, just even to say hello. That'd be lovely, lovely to know who's watching. Okay, so our superstitions have changed over time. Are there new ones? I mean, there may be new ones that I don't know about. Okay, so another one that I came across, which was about whistling, and this one here, and this is from Lithuania. Whistling indoors invites evil. Whistling while you work may be an issue in Lithuania, obviously not here in the UK, but wait a minute. There is forbidden to whistle, where it's forbidden to whistle indoors because the noise is believed to summon demons. Who knew? Hello, Jennifer. Hiya. Hello. So, yes. However, you may think, oh, well, that's just Lithuania. I'm going to transpose this into different industries. Okay. There is also a law about whistling in theatre. You're not superstitious at all, Jennifer. Fabulous. Excellent. So you're happy to walk under ladders, happy to have shoes on the table, and happy to see, well, magpies are magpies, aren't they? In fact, in England, it's, hello, Angela. In England, it is magpies. Japan, it's a crow, but they're the same family. So there we go. Both, but we have the story, don't we? 1 for sorrow, 2 for joy, 3 for a girl, 4 for a boy, etc. But do you do the find a penny, pick it up, and all day long you'll have good luck? Oh, you see that? Now that's another superstition. And it's funny how we don't think we have any superstitions, but we do. So I do pick up the penny on the floor. I do. Because all day long I'll have good luck. I believe that, totally. And also, a gypsy lady came to me. She says, how much money have you got? You know, the usual gypsy thing. She said, if you have an empty, you should never have an empty purse. Always have a penny in there, for you will never have an empty purse. And so there we go. So we were talking about whistling before I got sidetracked. Hello, Angela. Whistling. And I used to work in theatre, as I said, and whistling is very much a case of you just don't do it. So the story goes, this is how that superstition came about. In theatre, we have, I don't know how many of you have worked in theatre or been in a theatre backstage, but there is the thing called the grid. And you have the bars. Now the bars are not like ballet bars, really sorry, disappoint you. And the grid and the flying rig is up high, because that's where all the lanterns are held and scenery is held, okay? And then you fly it in, i.e. bring it from the roof down to the stage, and then you fly it up. So you've probably seen this in pantos. Excuse me for 1 minute, dry throat. Not coronavirus, hasten to add. And you fly it in and out. Okay, so this is done by ropes and levers, okay, and counterweights. Sorry, not levers, counterweights. In Elizabethan days, when they did this, it was actually done by sailors because they were used to rigging, and their way of communicating to each other was by whistling. Now, in theatre, people are really quite superstitious, and obviously that's where I started off. My working career was in theatre, and I grew up learnt some of those superstitions, whistling being one of them. Because if you whistle, you may end up with a piece of scenery on your head, which you weren't expecting. That's where that one comes from. And I thought, oh, this is just folklore about superstitions, especially in theatre. And I went to a theatre that was incredibly haunted, and the staff there were incredibly superstitious, down to the colour that you wear. Blue and green not allowed backstage, definitely not. And they wouldn't really talk about blue, but green was a definite no. You couldn't walk on stage with green on. You couldn't whistle. You couldn't have mirrors. You couldn't light 3 candles. There was a whole list of things that you could and couldn't do, because the theatre was very haunted. So that's where that one came from, and it did seem to upset the previous occupants of that theatre before it burnt down. So that's where some of those little superstitions came from. But having said that, things did happen when we didn't observe some of the things. People did whistle, got told off for it. I wore green, seriously got told off and told to go out and take off the jumper and come back in again. But yeah, but also throwing salt over the shoulder. That's a superstition. Passing on the stairs. Jennifer, tell me that one. Is it good luck or bad luck? Is it a case of someone's going to pass away with that one, Jennifer? So I have heard of it. See, I hear these ones of passing on the stairs as bad luck, or that you can't do that. And I just kind of wonder, where does it come from? For instance, here's another one. Opening umbrellas indoors. We just don't do that, do we? We just don't open umbrellas indoors. Now, where that came about? Well, if you just have a think about when umbrellas were invented, opening it, they have kind of spikes at the end of it. Could take out an eye, so it's not seen as good luck. And it's, the waterproof things. Now here, on my piece of information about don't open umbrellas indoors, it's bad luck because rain's going to rain on you. And it's believed, wait for this one, this is coming from the Good Housekeeping website. If you Google superstitions, it comes up 56 things about superstitions. This one comes from Egyptians, while others say it comes from the British 18th century, when waterproofing umbrellas with the metal spokes and a large circumference could cause injury if opened at home. I thought that was quite sensible. Oh, but before I go any further, before I forget, because I'm really good at forgetting things, my next Facebook Live is going to be on March the 6th, and I'm going to be talking about meditating. How do you get on with meditating? And also about Mothering Sunday, because that's on the 14th of March. I know, it comes so close. Right, I think you could probably fall down. Oh, my dog nearly took me out on the stairs, rushing past to get down first. Yeah, my dog tends to do that. But funnily enough, my dog will always, he always goes up on the right, and he comes down on the right side of me. So if you're standing at the bottom of the stairs, he goes up on the right and comes down on the left. But when you're at the top of the stairs, he's always on the right. He always has to be on the right side. I've tried to kind of shove him onto the other side of the stairs. Always he will go up on the right side. And even if we're out in town or we're coming across steps, he always goes up on the right. So there you go. Superstitious little dog that I've got. Who knew? Okay, so we talked about a little bit about birds, magpies, owls, and crows. Crows are incredibly clever. Maybe I should talk about birds sometime, and about how people view birds and good luck and bad luck and things like that as well, because we have a lot about robins, don't we, being gardener's friend. And also, oh, what about breaking mirrors? Now, breaking mirrors, yes, 7 years bad luck if you break a mirror. And also, looking into a broken mirror is also seen as being superstitious. Now, I've got that one because that came under, and I was going to talk about that one. I've got to take my glasses off with my notes. Mirrors in the theatre are a definite no-no. By having a mirror on stage, you run the risk of getting broken and receiving 7 years bad luck, as we said, but it also invites the devil in. So we just don't do that one. Now I haven't even talked about numbers yet. Jumping over child, I still don't understand that. Oh, now did you know? Hiya, Emily. Did you know that apparently in Britain, not that I knew this, wearing an acorn makes you forever young? Age defining, we all need to wear an acorn. And the only reason why I can see that as coming from that is that when you look at an acorn, months later, it's still not wrinkly, it hasn't disheveled, it's still the same as it was when it came off the tree or even on the tree. So the only thing that's changed is this colour from green to brown. So I think that's where that one comes from. But hey, listen, if it works, I'll wear it. Unlucky numbers we haven't talked about. We haven't talked about knocking on wood. Unlucky animals we haven't talked about. See, there's loads. Wedding bells. Now, where did that? Itchy hands. How many of you said, oh, itchy hands brings you good luck? Only if it's right. Left is bad luck. So that's where that one comes into. Don't place mirror. Now, again, mirrors. Don't place two mirrors facing each other, because that's also seen as that's also Mexico and elsewhere, but that's also seen as inviting the devil. And it's the doorway for the devil to come through. So if you have got two mirrors facing each other, there we go. Depends if you want to believe that or not. Again, that's I suppose the beauty of superstitions, if you want to believe them or you don't. Some you may do because you've always done, like don't step on cracks because you'll break your mother's back. Some we've grown up with as childhood through rhymes, etc. Like pick a penny, find a penny, pick it up all day long, you'll have good luck. And I do actually say that rhyme while I'm picking up the penny, because it normally takes me that long to get down and back up again. Right. Three legs, break a leg. Break a leg is actually not a good thing to say to somebody in the theatre, because they will look at you and kind of go, you've just hexed me, because it is seen as bad luck. It is a complete faux pas. People would kind of, good luck, and you kind of go, God darn it, why have you done that to me? It's just not going to be a good night. And seriously, no word of a lie, actors would do that. They would kind of go, don't say it, just don't say it. Also, another superstition in theatre. Oh, sorry, Emily. I haven't been looking. Hi, I believe dogs start to howl when death is near. Ooh, interesting. I'll have to see if Ted does that. He just barks at 2 o'clock in the morning. I heard if you break a mirror that you could wait for 7 hours before clearing it up. Otherwise, you have 7 years of bad luck. Ooh, no, I haven't heard that one. I did break a mirror, quite spectacularly though, in Amsterdam. And before you all have those rude thoughts, it wasn't like that. I was an innocent child with my mother and my brother. My brother obviously wasn't so innocent or getting to be of that teenage years, and we were looking at this hotel anyway. We were steep stairs, toilets and bathrooms were outside. It wasn't an ensuite room. Me and my brother had an argument and I slammed the door. The mirror fell off, and it was a huge mirror as well. That smashed, and then I got locked in the toilet. So there you go, 7 years bad luck started for me, and I couldn't get out of the toilet. And it was a cubicle, there was no underneath the door thing. It was a solid kind of, you are in this toilet room without a window, you are stuck in there. So I'm very cautious about going into toilets now, in public places. Really cautious that I can unlock the door and I can get out. Okay. I believe my left ear is burning because someone's talking negatively. Oh, negatively. I've only heard about people talking about you. If your ears are burning, someone's talking about you. Didn't know if it was negative or positive. Thank you for that. Jennifer saying, so many wedding superstitions. I covered them all, but still ended up divorced. Okay, so did you have the wedding bells then, Jennifer? Because that's seen as a good omen for waving away evil and things like that. That's in Ireland. Okay. I thought left for love and right for spite. Oh, is that for the ear thing? Oh, okay. Don't know about that. Don't know about that. Right. Okay. The other one, so yes, broken mirrors, not a good thing. But there was loads. There's loads. Right. So numbers. We haven't talked about numbers. So unlucky numbers. Number 13. 1, 3. Come on this way. Let me just see if I've got anything about number 13. I have. Is seen unlucky by a number of many. This is the UK, by the way. As it's superstition. It's in the tradition of the Christian belief, because obviously there was 13 at the supper. So there we go. 13. There we are. Yes, I had bells and all. Oh, bless you. Okay. There we go. Did you have also, I think there's a flower, isn't there, that you're meant to have in your bouquet to bring you good luck. Begins with M, I think. Did you have that as well, Jennifer, in your bridal bouquet to bring you good luck? Okay. What else? I'll wait for you. Sixpence in the shoe. Yeah, as you walk up the aisle. Okay. What about the bouquet? Oh God, what was it called? Myrtle. That's it. Did you have myrtle in your bouquet? Because that's meant to bring you good luck. Or as a headdress. That's about the only one that I know. A horseshoe as well. Horseshoe I can see as being good luck. Yeah. Depending on how you use it. Anyway, not married. Don't know. Wouldn't know. Shoes upon the table. Bad luck. Finding a 4-leaf clover. That's seen as good luck. So we got 13 as a bad luck because of the Last Supper. And in fact, that crosses over many nations because people take out the 13th floor, the 13th room. So a lot of people hate Friday the 13th and all the rest of it. That would be it, Jennifer. You missed out the myrtle. Yeah, there's a power of flowers, and flowers do have meanings as well. So we can talk about that sometime as well if you want. Also 666. That's come through films and like The Demon and all the rest of it. We also have in Japan, number 17 is an unlucky number. The full moon is also something to be aware of in certain countries, that they don't see it as a good omen because of the hospitals. Actually, it goes a little bit, it's a case of chaos coming in. Now, I can believe that one with the full moon. You never have your hair done on Friday the 13th, Emily. Oh. Okay, fair enough. Yeah, okay, fair enough. It's just an unlucky day. Yeah, I can see that. Yes, because of, what was I talking about? 17th. I lose my tread so quickly. 17th. 13th. Let's go back, Emily. Go back. No, I've lost my train of thought. But it's the 17th. Oh yes, Howling at the Moon. That's it, full moon. Thank you, I've remembered. The 30th. So looking at the full moon, so the chaos coming in. Now I know that the full moon affects me hugely. I find it as I've got older. Actually, it becomes much more powerful for me. You see, a lucky day, Friday the 13th. There we go. I was, Emily. Thank you. Yep, got it. And the full moon. So for people who work in hospitals, they tend to see it as being kind of like, okay, chaos is about to rain on us. If you also speak to policemen, they will also say the same. I had a teacher friend of mine, she said the same about full moons, that it just brings up the spirit even further. She worked in a school which was with a lot of I don't know, I was going to say disabled, but it's not disabled, it's just children who had different problems, different issues and things like that. So when the full moon came about, and it was coming up to a full moon rising, if you like, they would kind of, certain people would have this tendency of running away, and that they would spend the whole time trying to chase them around the grounds, because it was apparently huge grounds and that they had, because it was a big old house in the middle of nowhere. She also talked about them just absolutely going a bit loopy, and that there was no calming them at all. Crime rates have actually been seen to go up on a full moon. So that's why I talk about the police. I did watch a program about that, and they said, oh God, it's a full moon. Oh, great, lovely. But if you think about it, a full moon, I can understand the crime rate going up, because if you have all of the lights off now, here in Ludlow, I'm really privileged because they turn off the street lights. So you tend to get to see how bright a full moon can be. And it can be beautifully bright, almost kind of to that dusk time. So if you're looking out of the window now and you can see that kind of a dusk time, that's how bright it can be. You can see shadows of cars at times. So full moon can be really, really, really bright and also powerful. My question to anyone out there who listens to this later or is listening to it now and into technology, please, we talk about solar panels. Can we just talk about the moon power? Can it also harness the moon power? Just a thought, might as well. It's there. Can use it. Can't see why not. Okay, so we talked about some numbers, and we've talked about don't break a leg. There you go. So if any of you are going to the theatre, don't break a leg. Oh, and the other one not to do when you're going to the theatre as well, you'll find that actors will walk into a room with the left foot, because that's seen as good luck as well. There you go. And certain flowers, in fact, they don't receive flowers. This is true. So a lot of them won't have flowers delivered to them till after the first night performance. They prefer to. So if you have a bouquet delivered, they won't be sent to the actor or actress till after their performance. And the other one, which I did come across, which they did do, and I've forgotten it already, and I saw it here. Breaking a leg. No. Ghostbuster, nope. Nope, gone again. Oh yes, saying the last line, of course. Oh, two of them. The M word, which I don't say. I don't say the M word. I cleanse my crystal ball by the full moon. Absolutely. You see, the crystals, definitely, if you have them in water or you just have them outside, and cleanse them. You can cleanse them by the sun, and you can also cleanse them by the moon as well. And also, a lot of people do gardening with full moon and a waning moon and a waxing moon and things like that. So moon planting, we should do a bit more of that maybe. So also not saying the M word as well in theatre. Please don't say it. Please don't say it. The Scottish play you're allowed to say, but no. That is one thing I really did observe, is not to say the M word in theatre, because that really did bring in bad luck. And I was really lucky. I'm really lucky. I left the theatre to go off to another job, and they ended up doing the Scottish play. And let me see, every night was one of those nights where the cast and the crew backstage would literally kind of go, what's going to go wrong tonight? So it is one of those ones that is fraught, that one. But again, they won't say the last line of the show on the dress rehearsal. And I didn't think that was true, but actually thinking back on it, it is true. Working on shows, they didn't actually. They would go, right, okay, director would say that's it. So, or that the people who are watching the dress rehearsal, which tends to be the lighting designer, the director, the production manager, anybody who is not on stage, who's had a hand with the production, would be watching it, and then they would tend to clap before the last line. So there we go. See, all these little bits and pieces. So I think superstitions actually do cross different industries, and it made me think about the superstitions about if you are going to a church service, and it may be that you're sitting there and you're wanting to say a prayer before anybody else, before it all starts, or you're sitting there in meditation. It may be a case of that you have to do something or say something in your head. You have to thank somebody or whatever it may be. I think there are lots of superstitions. In fact, I know somebody who would literally go out into their car, medium who go out into their car. What's the last line of the play? What do you mean, what's the last line of the play? The last line of the play. So you have a play, and it's literally the last line of that play. They won't say it, Emily. So that's where that one comes in. So they won't say it because otherwise it brings in bad luck. So if it's a case, Harry, I see you later, au revoir, and that's the last line of the play, then they'll kind of go, oh, look, there goes Harry. Yes. Thank you very much. Right, we'll move on. Let's go into notes. Literally, it'd be like that. So that last line of, Harry, I see you go. Au revoir. Whatever it was that I said. So that's where that one comes from. Right. Is there any questions? You're all still with me. That's fabulous. Right. Now. Yeah, I know. I love that acorn one. I think I'm going to be finding an acorn, carrying that around with me. Jumping over chart, knocking on wood. Now, there's a song of knock, knock, knock on wood. Now, knocking on wood is seen as a bad thing as well. No. It's literally the end of the play. Yeah, it's not a specific word. No, it's just literally the end of the play. Yeah. So yes, knocking on wood. Knocking on wood, seen as a good thing, bad thing. I have heard of it. I think more from the song than anything else. So that is people talk about it. Again, my notes don't really tell me if it's good or bad, but it still kind of goes around the world with that one. Okay, the M word I've talked about. We just don't do it. Just don't do it. And please, if you're going to the theatre, please don't say the M word. Say the Scottish play. Even if you're going to go and see the Scottish play, please don't talk about the Scottish play. Just go and see the Scottish play. Don't say the title of the play. Just don't, because it's just not, it's not worth it. It's not really not. Okay. We've talked about itchy hands as well. Mirrors we've talked about. Whistling brings in evil. Or if you're in the theatre, something landing on your nounce, which we don't really want as well. Now, blue and green, colours of blue and green, not to be worn. Now, I did have a quick look at this because I got, like I said earlier, I got told off for wearing green on stage. That was because an actor died. He had TB, tuberculosis, and of the lungs. Now, obviously, you can get tuberculosis anywhere in your body. Much more prevalent in the lungs. This is in, I think, the 1800s or whatever. And he carried on, even though he was coughing up lots of blood. Hygiene, not high. And he passed away a few hours. He carried on, bless him, carried on till the end of the show, and then a few hours afterwards he died. So green is not seen as a favourable colour. Also, actually, green is quite one of those reflective colours, and you can look like you are green with illness or green with envy. Blue is also seen as an unlucky colour, and this normally comes from because it is a royal colour, because the woad to actually get the blue dye can be incredibly expensive. So that's where that one comes from. And also peacock feathers are not seen as a good thing as well, because it's taking the evil eye. What else? I'm just having a look to see if I've missed anything. Oh, getting pooped on by birds. Getting pooped. Now, please tell me, why is this seen as good luck? I don't get it. It's seen as a sign of good luck. I don't understand why having bird poop on you is seen as good. I know it's a case of chance. Great, I'll go and get a lottery ticket. I have a better chance. Well, actually, I have a better chance of being pooped on a bird if you stand underneath certain trees. But still, really? That's seen as good luck? I see it's damaged clothing. It's not, no, I've had birds poop on me. I don't necessarily see it as good luck. So yes, birds pooping on you, good luck. Don't think so. Right, would you like to hear some from around the world? Some other ones which did make me smile. Right, let me have a look. Let me have a look at some of these other ones that I haven't touched on. Don't get. Yeah, I know, Jennifer. I know. Why would a bird pooping on you be a sign of good luck? Really? You might as well just walk under a ladder at that point. You probably get the paint pot on top of your head. Oh no, but it's still okay. Yeah, right, okay. Oh, now in Iceland, here we go. If you are sitting outside your house and knitting, because obviously that's what everybody does in Iceland, winter is prolonged. You're going to prolong winter by doing that. So we just ask people in Iceland to sit indoors and do that. Okay. Yes, Iceland is too cold. Too cold. I just don't do cold places. Right, yo-yos. Did you know this? I didn't know this. Right, this pooped in my fish and chips at the seaside. Oh, that's not good. See, that's not good luck. No, I would have fed it to them. Yeah, you eat it. You've damaged it, you eat it. But I just would like, yeah. Oh no. Oh, I'm so sorry. That's not good. No. And yeah, a seagull poop, really? I think that's the most damaging one. Pigeons most frequent. Well, around here we have lots of sparrows and stuff, so we get lots of that. And blackbird, yeah, you just have to be careful what they eat. I did have a blackbird poop on me, and it had eaten a lot of ivy berries, they are from the plant, because they're black. And I also had a ficus plant, which a lot of people are tending to have in their gardens. They don't realise that you cut off the branch and the branch will grow back from where you cut it off from. Just saying. But it also has flowers which look like ivy, and it also has berries which look like the ivy berries as well. And you know what? They're black as well, and blackbirds do like them. I discovered that when it pooped on me. Didn't see it as being good luck. No, still don't see it as being good luck. Right, so we were talking about yo-yos. In Syria, it's banned. Yeah, they banned yo-yos in 1933 over the fear that they would cause a drought. The injury is still out on fidget spinners. Okay, so the jury, they're still thinking about fidget spinners, but you're not allowed to have yo-yos in Syria. They banned them. Okay, obviously they were watching too much James Bond, but that was back in 1933. Not sure if they've overruled that one. Here's another one. Don't cheers with water. So again, this is all from the Good Housekeeping one. German superstition. Obviously, they have good beer in Germany. Don't drink the stuff. If you cheers with water, you're actually wishing death upon the people you're drinking with. Who knew? They don't know where that stems from either. But it also, they're saying that it could also stem from Greek mythology. You can hide poison better in beer than you can in water, obviously. Sleeping to the north, okay, in Japanese is a superstition, is bad luck. Okay, because that's where the deceased lay their rest. However, if you are in Africa, you don't want to sleep with your head to the west. Same reason. So you have either the north or the west, not good places. And if you transpose that to here, it'd be the east. So there we go. Right. Never say happy birthday too early. I didn't know about this one. This is in Russia. Celebrating or even congratulating someone on their birthday before the day arrives brings bad luck in Russia. Now, the other one I've heard of is never say thank you. If someone wishes you good luck, don't say thank you. Yeah, I know. Seagulls, Jennifer, are just one of those birds that just kind of think that they got it all, haven't they? They just swoop in. They even have the audacity to walk into shops and just take what they want. And they do the flying bombardment, don't they? Go, yeah, oh, look, there's a sandwich. She's not looking after that. She hasn't eaten it quick enough. Let me just eat it. Yeah, just fly on in. Let me eat it. Yeah, seagulls. Yes, wary ones, those ones. Don't play with scissors. Now, this is an obvious one, but obviously in China, Egyptian law, beware, brings bad luck. Now, I can understand the logic of that, but I didn't need it to be a superstition. I think that's kind of common sense. Egyptians, hang on, yeah. Now, if you're kind of going to say, oh, well, that must be fairly modern, Egyptians did come up with a whole wreath of medical instruments, this being one of them, way, way, way back before Christianity came into being. Okay, so when they actually were ahead of the game when it came to medicine and to instruments to do with medicine. I mean, you just have to think about them mummifying bodies and things like that, and how they actually got rid of the brain and certain organs and stuff like that. So they were, sophisticated. But seriously, you might as well say playing with knives brings you bad luck. I sometimes wonder about, I love Google, and I do wonder about it. Okay, now here's one that I did have to make me laugh. How many of you got dogs? I've got a dog. Right, okay, here's one for us dog owners. We just need to step in poo with in France with our left foot, because then it's seen as good luck. Don't ask me why, I don't know. I have no idea, but it's actually unlucky to step in dog poo. I can see that. Getting rid of the stuff off your shoe is bad enough. But in France, it's good luck if you do it with the left foot. It's only bad if you step in it with your right. So there we go. Right. Oh, an owl. Going back to birds again. An owl in your house brings death. Da, da, da. This is Italy. So Italy, obviously, they have quite a plethora of owls flying into houses, because that brings in death into the family. But who? Okay, talked about that. Yo-yos I talked about. Haircut on Tuesdays. Now, Emily, you don't have your hair cut or have your hair done on Friday the 13th. Here's one. It's apparently in India it's bad luck to have it done on a Tuesday. Didn't know that. Wow. Yeah, okay. Yellow flowers is not a nice gesture. In Russia, it means cursing your friend with infidelity. Yellow flowers actually is seen of a sign of grief and well-being, actually, in this country. So there we go. Just goes to show. Ireland, I talked about wedding bells. Evil spirits who may ruin their marriage. Sorry, Jennifer, it didn't work for you. Right, yeah. Don't trim your nails at night. I'll bear that one in mind. Yeah, okay. The one I heard, not sure where it stems from, but if you pass the cemetery, you must hold your breath. Yes, I'm coming up to that one because I did see it. It was Japan. of all the places. Let me have a look. Let me have a look for that one. Yeah, I've still got about babies. Right, okay. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Backwards. Full moons. We've talked about full moons. Don't go to hospital on a Wednesday. Apparently that brings good luck. Oh, broken mirrors. We talked about this. It can apparently be dangerous or deadly. Better. Okay. So it makes sense that you remember the cautionary legend, avoid broken mirrors, and you won't get 7 years of bad luck. Okay. Eat grapes on New Year's Eve. Bless them. Spain. Ah, here we go. Graves. That's what Emily, you were talking about, going to the graveyard and holding your breath. Right. I've heard that for going into tunnels, actually. You hold your breath while you're going through the tunnel, or you just say tunnel till you get to the end. Anyway, you didn't need to hear that. Right, hide your thumbs when passing a graveyard. In Japan, they tend to hold their breath, which is what you're saying, Emily, when they pass cemeteries. But in Japan, you must tuck your thumbs in to protect your parents. Oh, okay. Oh, the Japanese word for thumb translates to parent finger. So hiding it protects it from death. But there we go. It still doesn't tell me why you should hold your breath while passing a cemetery. I thought that might bring you one step closer to it, really, depending on how big the cemetery is. Anyway, there we go. Right, yes, there was one about babies that I thought, oh, well, yes, I must tell you about babies, because I thought that was kind of quite why is it when you look for one you can't find it? Right, I just saw it. Full moon. Oh, and apparently in Canada, if you have cravings as a pregnant woman, just give in to them. Eat the cravings. Ah, here we go. Right, so if you are craving, if you're pregnant, okay, in Canada, and you're craving fish, but you don't eat it, okay, you will have a baby that ends up with a fish head. Just saying. And in I like this one. In Rwanda, if you eat goat meat, you may end up hairy like a goat. Yep. Okay. Fun, aren't they? Absolutely fun. Right. Where is it? Babies. Ah, don't kiss babies on the lips. Again, I've never heard this one. If you plant it on a baby in Nigeria, legend says you'll condemn them to spend the entire adult lives drooling. Okay. It's also about bananas on boats. I don't know any seaman things, probably about fishing. I think it's something to do with your soul trying to escape. Oh, okay. Or that's when you sneeze. Okay, when you sneeze. Oh, is it? Oh, when you sneeze, your soul is escaping? Is that not why you close your eyes when you sneeze, to keep the soul in? Oh, just thinking off the top of my head, because I haven't heard that one before. Oh, here's one in Cuba. So if you're out drinking, don't go and say that this is your last drink, because you're tempting fate, you're tempting death upon yourself. So just don't say this is my last drink. Just go and say I'm off now. Yeah. In South Korea, they don't sleep with fans on because in enclosed rooms that it believes to be fatal. That says something about the electrics and about the men who actually, or the women who install the fans in South Korea. To combat fan death, legend says leave the windows open. Yeah, you haven't got the window. Yeah. Right. I think I'm nearly done. Have I nearly done everything here? Yo-yos, haircuts, Tuesdays, infidelity. Oh, here's one I haven't talked about. Spilling water behind someone is a nice gesture. Oh, that's great. In Serbia, yeah, it's believed to bring you good luck if you drip water behind a person. Dumping it on them is a flat out rude manner, saying just how rude you are. So there we go. There we are. Yeah. Oh. Now there's a couple of others here. Don't walk backwards. Now I used to love walking backwards as a kid, but apparently in Portugal that's bad luck. You're not showing the devil. You're showing the devil in which way you're walking. Okay, it's like stepping on cracks. Then, the other one is sitting on a corner of a table. That's not seen as a good thing in Russia and Hungary. Don't wear red in a storm in the Philippines because lightning is going to attract you. And there's nowhere to hide. No shame. Yeah. Okay. Jinx. Who remembers playing Jinx? Don't say the same word at the same time. Right, okay. Avoiding, that's actually in Italy. If you say the same word as someone in unison, you'll never get married. Oh, okay. To undo the bad juju, you must immediately touch your nose. I don't remember that with Jinx. You see, it comes under the Jinx thing. So again, it just goes to show that I'm going to put my glasses on because I've gone through everything. It just goes to show that it transposes one thing to the other, from one culture to another. We all have little bits and pieces that we do. Cover your mouth as you sneeze to keep your soul from popping out. Oh, Angela, I like that one. Right, I have to cover your mouth. Okay. There we go. Anything else? Because I've kind of nicely rambled on for nearly an hour now, and you're probably kind of going, oh, she can't talk anymore. Oh, trust me, I can. So I'd just like to remind you, I'm going to be back doing a Facebook Live on the 6th of March, and it's going to be about meditating. Don't forget that it's Mother's Day, Mothering Sunday, shall we call it, on the 14th of March. So I will be saying to you, have you got your Mothering Sunday present? If not, would you like some artwork? And I'll show you bits of art maybe. Talking about meditating. Do you do it? Do you struggle with it? Do you like it? Do you see the benefits of it? Do you use it if you are, do you believe that you have to meditate to be a medium? So it's all of those kind of questions. Please do answer me. Meditating, do you believe that you have to sit quietly to do meditating? Do you feel that you have to go and do a guided meditation, i.e. someone taking you through the garden gate, out into the woods, through the stream, and all the rest of it? If you would like me to take you through a guided meditation, I'm happy to do that as well. I do a very quick guided meditation. It lasts all of 5 minutes. I've actually managed to sit through an hour's meditation. I'm most proud of myself. Yeah, it's only taken me 15 years. 15 years, ladies and gentlemen, 15 years to get to an hour's meditating. So it's I sympathise with you all. I doesn't mean that I've kept it up, but yes. So meditating, give me a shout on that if you have questions or anything. If you've enjoyed this is fabulous. I'm glad that you've enjoyed this evening. I'm going to probably put this one up onto my YouTube channel. Yes, I know, I have a YouTube channel, which is called Emily Baker Psychic Medium. And you can go and see some other bits and pieces, other little videos that I've done on there as well. So it's all interesting, all fascinating. If you've got any questions that you would like me to ask, or you want to ask me, please do so. Love to hear from you, love to hear your questions. Other than that, I'm going to say goodnight. If there's nothing else anybody wants to say or wants to go through anything. But hopefully you've enjoyed this evening about superstitions, and that you've enjoyed hearing that it's not just us Brits that have superstitions. They do go globally. And yo-yo's banned. 1933. Who knew? Who knew? So superstitions. Oh, and I didn't talk about rabbit's foot, that being a good luck thing. I don't really see it as good luck for the rabbit, really. But yeah, so there's probably many more that I didn't touch on. But hopefully you can see that, you can see it as a bit of fun if you like. You can see it as a time where you just kind of go, oh, it's just that, it's up to you what you believe in. It's just that science kind of goes, nah, it's just fate, it's whatever. So anyway, live well, keep safe, keep well, and look after yourselves in whatever way that is. Oh, thank you, Angela. I'm glad that I've made you laugh. Good. I think we need a bit of laughter, don't we? Definitely need a bit of laughter. So thank you very much, Angela, for that. That's lovely. And I look forward to seeing you all again in a couple of weeks' time. Look after yourselves. See you soon. Take care. Bye.